Hi everyone, Linda here. I want to talk to you about a vision I had. The Lord took me into an open vision, and in this vision I saw a news broadcast, and the news lady said the following words. It has been established that Prince Harry has died. And immediately after the lady said these words, I heard a very loud, thundering gong sound. It was so loud to the point where I could feel the tremble of the sound waves on my physical body. Now, when I get a dream or vision from the Lord like this one, I am very careful to just assume the worst, and that would be that Prince Harry is literally going to die in the natural realm, because dreams and visions from the Lord are most often symbolic and not literal. Yes, the Lord can give you a literal dream where things exactly happen in the natural, exactly how it happened in your dream. But because the Lord most of the time speaks in symbols, we have to look at the symbols in this vision as well and not only assume the obvious. Because sometimes when you start interpreting the symbols in a dream or vision, then the meaning of that dream or vision changes drastically and then means something total different than the obvious. And also, sometimes we do not know whether a dream or vision is literal or symbolic of nature until it happens. So we sometimes just have to wait it out to see what the Lord does and how it plays out. So let me explain what I mean. If this vision that I had is a literal vision, then yes, it would mean that Prince Harry is literally going to die and it is literally going to be all over the media. But if this vision is symbolic of nature, then it can mean so many different things for different individual people and even different nations or different people in authority. Let me give you a few examples of what it can represent symbolically so that you can understand what I mean by this. For example, the royal family, for instance, represents Freemasonry, as Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, Prince Harry's grandfather, held the highest position in the United Grand Freemason Lodge in England. So this vision can mean that the Lord is saying that he is killing off the generational curse of Freemasonry in a person's life and that he is bringing healing. The royal family is also a family with a bloodline, and thus this can mean that the Lord is saying that he is dealing with bloodline curses in general. Prince Harry, for instance, is also a public figure in authority from a worldly kingdom. So symbolically for the church, this can mean that public figures like famous pastors, prophets, etc. in the bigger church will lose their positions and popularity, as it will die because the Lord does not approve. The monarchy of England is also a monarchy still stuck on ancient traditions and rituals. This can mean that the Lord is dealing with the past to get people unstuck from their past. Prince Harry dying can also mean dying to self, as the Bible teaches that we must lay down our old selves and die to self to become new creations in Christ. Because Prince Harry is the spare and not the heir, it can also symbolize the tail and not the head. The Bible teaches that those who are first will be last, and those who are last will be first. It can also symbolize earthly riches and earthly wealth, which must die in a person's life. It can also symbolize the fall of pride. It can also symbolize removal from earthly positions of headship and authority in nations. It can also be a position of earthly or human authority of individual persons, which had not been bestowed upon the person by the Lord. In other words, you are some place where God does not want you, and He is taking down those earthly human positions of authority. It can also symbolize that the Lord is bringing death into an ungodly or unhealthy situation in your life or in the life of nations. If we start to prophetically look at the symbols in this vision, it can mean so many different things, because we must die to self. We must lay down our pasts and the things of the past. We must deal with our generational curses. We have to let go of certain things. And also, the Lord is also dealing with nations as well as with the bigger church at the moment, as we can see happening all around us. So can you guys see that a dream or vision from the Lord is not always to be taken literally? It can also be symbolic of nature, which could change the meaning of the dream or vision completely. Now, yes, this vision that I had can be literal, but I do not just want to assume. I don't just want us to assume that Prince Harry is literally going to die in the natural realm, because it may or may not be that. Best is you take this vision to the Lord and pray about it and ask Him for more revelation. Because if this vision is symbolic and not literal, then it can mean different things for different people, depending on where you are in your season or on what the Lord is busy doing in your life personally. And if this vision is literal, well, then only time will tell, and we will know when it happens.